welcome to Guillotines and Guitars and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
This is our first show back for the New Year's. Great to be back, rested, ready to pick up where we left off. Hope everybody had what we don't. Well, that was last year. We're talking about this year.
We should really go back and look at the last video that went out and see where we left off. It wasn't good.
We was celebrating early. It was really rocky. Probably our most edited video, would you say?
I would absolutely say so. I'll tell you what, I'll give you some facts right now. The total show was about 50 minutes long. The show that went out, I think, was about 35.
Yeah, we got a little bit of heavy on the sauce, so we got off a track, so to speak.
That's why we don't air our. I just realized my camera's not even on. I gotta fix that. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. Now we can start.
Off to a bang.
Yeah. So hope everybody had a great holiday. Got some great topics for you. We're gonna be talking about this month.
You got it. You can do this. I have faith in you. I know you can.
This month.
My camera's on now, by the way.
Today's history.
What?
Whatever happened in January, musically, rock music. Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Hold on. Let's try that one more time. I want to make sure that everybody understands. Let's make it really clear for the people. What are we talking about today, Chris?
See how I wasn't clear.
Let's try it again. Maybe I didn't hear you good.
If it happened in January, rock rise, and it was in the past, that's what we're talking about. So, I can't get my words right.
This month in music history.
This month in music history. Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Without any coaxing at all. You nailed it. That was great.
I told you I was on top of things. I'm on top of my game.
It's so great.
So
good job. We're live here on Facebook now, by the way.
Yay! I'm glad to see all my friends out there, all my friends having a man. I hope y'all having a pleasant evening tonight. I'm glad. It's so good to see you. Look good. I can't see you, but you look good. I think you look good.
Well, it depends on who's watching.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't know exactly who's watching.
Got a lot of friends that ain't very lookable. You know. Cheers to y'all too.
They're not lookable.
I don't go out with them. I'll go over to their house and stuff and hang out, but I don't go out with them.
Funny you say that because Justin Anderson is one of them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like what he had to say though.
What?
Justin said, after all these years, I just realized how much Chris sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Oh my God.
That was just rude, wasn't it?
Dang. That stung a little. Do I sound like that? Well, when I go to drive-thrus.
Say, come here, Miss Piggy.
I will not.
That way I can.
Hold on, just say, yay!
Nope, I'm not entertaining this.
Come on.
But I tell you what happens though. Say
hi ho.
Is that's not the Gremlins? That's the
that's Kermit the Frog. That's what he says.
Hi ho, no, that's the gnomes. Hi ho, hi ho.
That's
Sleepy, Droopy, Needy.
You got it. You nailed them.
And all them. But every time I go through a drive-through, they think I'm a woman. I swear to God, I would like a number one. Yes,
because they
ma'am.
have a camera there and they can see the long hair.
Every time. They'll be like, yes, ma'am, I'm not a man. I just quit saying I'm not a man. They'll be like, anything else, ma'am? No, nothing else. I'll be around in a minute to clarify that I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
I bet when he leaves from the intercom, I bet they in there talking about, I knew that woman can eat. You see what else she ordered?
You show up and be like, I can't believe I finally met the bearded lady I saw on all those shows back in the day.
All right, see, we already doing bad. All right, before every subject, we do a libation. So what we got there, Trey?
On today's show, we have Twisted Shots pineapple upside down cake. What's funny about that? That's
on this day, we have. We're going to do it next year too.
Today's sponsor, yeah. We want to quit. We don't want to keep throwing Twisted out there like they're buying this stuff for us.
Hold on, I got to announce. I got to ask you boys something.
I got alcohol in my hand.
What did y'all check your iron at the door? I got questions.
Yes.
And don't be digging in your pants. I don't want no firearms going off in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
We left our guns at the door, yeah.
Good deal. If you know, you know. That's ridiculous. Did you see that video?
That was good. Yeah, I saw it.
God, what an
I
idiot.
watched it. The one with the rapper.
We got
Yeah.
Will Bass and my sister and Kathy. They're all here tonight.
Hello. Thank y'all for joining us.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, man. Hold on. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
Yes, it did, John Burr.
Happy New Year.
So
Tell us about it.
we're talking about. I ain't saying it again. I don't repeat myself. I refuse to.
Come on,
We
Kermit.
don't.
Tell us.
You know I'm going.
Please forgive me, Chris. I'm sorry.
I gotta find the Muppet Show music now. We'll get flagged on YouTube. It'd be like Don Henley and the Muppet Show after me every day.
I wonder if Justin got that gift card of Dunkin' Donuts I sent him in the mail.
I think Justin must have been doing some research. You know, it was in January where Kermit was where the character come about.
This January?
Are you
Not this
kidding me?
January. Yeah, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been pretty good. I'd have applauded that.
I could have ran with that.
You could.
You could
I'd have
have.
had him.
You could. You can't run it. You can't run anywhere.
All right, let's get going. Who knows how long we're into the
Your
show
man
already?
boobs. You gonna run all over your man boobs. Pick it up, boy. I can't. Stepping all over my titties.
And we're live.
All right. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get my
I see that. I know what you're
Carol.
trying to do. You're hoping that the stuff that was on the iPad and the last show that
No.
one of the last shows we put out would still be on there.
Carol.
By the way, if you haven't gone to our YouTube, go to our YouTube. We have one of what I think is the funniest. When I posted it, I called it the best of 2024. It's actually just the best of Chris Hicks.
Whatever.
Some of our favorite clips of him. Kathy said that you got to repeat yours. We can't understand you the first time.
Repeat who?
I don't know. I might have missed what happened right when she posted that. So, all right, here's what I want to do. We're going to go through we're going to look at January and the history of January and talk about some of the biggest things in music that happened in January. Not this past January or this January. What are you looking up?
That.
That camera can see whatever that is, so be careful what you're typing.
Well, it can be this past January. I mean,
It could be.
It's January.
It could be.
yeah.
Something major, though. Let me give you an example. I'll start first. We'll go with January 2nd, okay? 1975. I love this one. The Allman Brothers Band are named Outstanding Community Organization by the Georgia Department of Corrections.
That's impressive. That's really good. I like that one. How about
See what happens when you do your
January?
research?
How about January? January 1st, 1953. 29-year-old Hank Williams died of heart failure while on his way to a show in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah,
about
do you
that?
know where he was at, though?
He was on the road. That's about all I
No.
got.
That
Okay. Yeah, I
that was Willie Nelson on the road again.
That was Hank Williams.
Chris, hand me that coin, please.
That's-
Here's a little bit of information. That guitar, the Flying V,
There you go. Thank you. It's coming.
was actually trademarked by Gibson 1958, January 6th, I think it was.
Do you know where the inspiration for that Flying V came from?
I think it came from it was the
Somebody-
Stratocaster.
No.
They thought that Gibson thought all their guitars were outdated looking.
Well, yeah,
And they-
but that design, the Flying V that you
I
just
don't know
showed.
exactly where it came from. I know.
Well, think about it. I'll give you a clue. You're talking. It was 1958 that they trademarked that look. Think of what happened the year before that might inspire that look.
the year before, 1957.
That's right. You're good job.
I can count backwards. So what happened?
Yeah, I'm curious.
know.
You got my
The 57 Chevy.
with the V8.
With no, not V8. with the wings.
The
wings on the back. Yeah, like
back.
I think Cadillac did that too. Like so 1957, the 57
57
Chevy.
got
I know.
slanting wings too, wasn't he?
But the 57 Chevy was
Yeah.
back then, like in the late 50s, you had all the like, that camera's on for you. Wings.
Yeah, it was. They were slanted though.
Yeah. Anyway, that back then the whole trip to space was huge. Like it was
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Rockets and space planes and things like that. So 57 the 57 Chevy had the wings on the back, and so in 58.
I know from what I looked at, and who was the guy who actually come up with the design? You know his name?
I do know his name, but I can't remember it right now. You put me on the spot.
But I know that Gibson used him to come up with something because it was in 1957. The Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster was so big and popular, and Gibson thought that their guitar shapes and all were kind of outdated. So they got this guy, hired him to come up with something new and innovative and something that would hopefully sell. And actually, the Flying V didn't sell when it first came out. It was
people didn't understand it, because it didn't fit that mold. It looked too futuristic when everybody was playing Telecasters.
I think 1958. I think it said they made they produced 81 of them, and then the following year they only produced 17.
Yeah,
because it just nobody was buying them.
And there's several companies make a Flying V style guitar.
Yeah,
but in fast forward a little bit to 1964, also in January, Leo Fender sold the Fender Guitar Company to CBS for $13 million. The entire Fender company.
In what year?
1964.
Sold it for $13 million. What would that be in today's money?
Oh my, who knows?
1959, Johnny Cash plays one of his first jailhouse shows when he performs at San Quentin Prison. Among the audience is 21-year-old Merle Haggard. How about that?
Was that in January, though?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure you stay on topic.
Yeah, on topic. Reading it straight from the cheat book. It was 1959, January 1st.
January 3rd, 1964, the Beatles make their first appearance on U.S. television, and it wasn't what you think. It wasn't, what's his name? Got a really good show for you. This also sounded like Kermit.
Who?
Yeah, Ed Sullivan. It wasn't Ed Sullivan. It was the Jack Parr show. And it was actually the same month that, because later in the month is when the Beatles actually released their album in the U.S. Let's see. Yeah, 1964, January 20th. Little Beatles trivia. I got some more Beatles stuff coming later, too.
Well, I thought you had, when was it? But today, actually, I think, in 2020, Neil Peart died, or Peart.
Oh, really?
What?
2020. Yep.
In January?
January 7th, I think, 2020. I think was the date.
You think, or do you know? We got to talk facts here. We are very important here. We're learning people.
Okay. Well,
That's right.
I think that date is correct.
In January. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. It wasn't on my list of things that I researched. Chris, you've had a lot of time to research this whole thing about January. What else are you finding there today?
1968, January 1st. California band called the Gillywogs changed their name to Creedence Clearwater Revival.
What was their name?
Gillywogs. Golliwogs. Wow. What kind of name is that? And where did they get it from?
I don't know. I'm glad they changed their name.
Gillywogs?
That sounds British, but they weren't British, were they? No.
I don't think so.
But they were placed. They were placed 17 songs on the Billboard on the top 40 for the next 4 years. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty good. But they do. I love. Like, I really want to hear a Gillywog song though. I wouldn't mind hearing a Gillywog. I'm gonna have to find one.
Let's go to January 15th, 1967. The Rolling Stones appear on the Ed Sullivan Show, and per Sullivan's request, changed the lyrics from "Let's spend the night together" to "Let's spend some time together." Just like Elvis shaking his hips, there were certain things you just couldn't do on
He wasn't
TV.
shaking; he was gyrating.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't usually use the term gyrating.
He was gyrating his hips.
You know,
That's why they didn't like him.
You know, Forrest Gump taught Elvis.
I was moving them hips. I was dancing.
This is totally got nothing to do with January or anything. But speaking of that,
Makes sense to say it on this show, then, yeah.
I just want to ask Chris. You know who played Elvis in Forrest Gump? Kurt Russell.
Whoa!
Hold on.
No! Come on.
Yeah.
That wasn't Kurt
It
Russell.
was Kurt Russell.
Hold on now, boy. Show me that little funky move you did. But that's what he was doing. That was
Kurt
him.
Russell.
No, we got to go back and look.
We go back and look, but he didn't take any credit in the movie.
You know, there is some Kurt Russell, Elvis Presley connection.
I didn't know that.
3,000 miles to Graceland.
Well, I was going to throw it on Chris because I knew he didn't know, but
That was one of my favorite movies when it came out.
really,
Yeah, and
you were alive back then. That was
back then. That was
yeah.
not 3,000 miles to Graceland was come out in the 90s.
Okay, this is a different show.
Oh,
Kurt Russell was in a movie. Kurt Russell was in a movie with Elvis Presley, and I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it. But Kurt Russell was a little blonde-headed kid, and they're at like a carnival or something. And I don't remember why, but Elvis needs somebody to kick him in the leg. I guess maybe to help him do his little gyrating or whatever you just said. So
start my legs off. Start my legs off.
he sees this little kid.
boy.
He sees this little kid and he says, "Hey, I'll give you whatever, a quarter or something to kick me in the leg." And he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And so the little kid kicks him in the leg and he kind of does a little thing. And he says, "Thank you," and goes off. The little boy was Kurt Russell.
I'll be down. I got
Kurt Russell was a big Elvis fan, I believe.
It should be. Let's go to 1982, January 20th. Ozzy Osbourne bites the head off of a live bat.
That was a great year. Great start of the year.
Was it a bat or was it a dove in the?
This was the bat. But what does the story says that he thought it was a rubber bat. He thought it was a toy. I know he did the duck thing later, but
he did the dove and
he also snorted ants. So I mean, who knows?
yeah.
And Nikki Sixx's urine.
That was ridiculous in that movie. That was really ridiculous. And they was trying to top him. And he snorted ants. So it was like, "All right, I'm done." No, it was the urine, wasn't it? Yeah.
The year.
Yeah.
Oh God.
God almighty.
I got another one for you. January 16th, 1996. This is a funny one. It's funny, but not funny. Jamaican authorities opened fire on a seaplane
Yeah, man.
carrying Jimmy Buffett and Bono after mistaking the aircraft for a drug trafficker's plane. No,
Can't you see Jimmy? Give him a cheeseburger, boy. Give him a cheeseburger.
Did they hit the plane at all?
yes, they hit the plane, but no injuries were reported.
Say him a cheeseburger.
So Jimmy Buffett and Bono.
That's what it says.
And Bono's trying to save the world.
And he had those stupid glasses on, I'm sure.
Oh my God. That was a God.
Yeah,
That was in 96.
96, yeah.
96.
All this stuff, I've double checked everything. I don't want to put false information out, but this is.
So I mean, I wonder what happened when they landed. I mean,
I didn't go that far.
Ketchup and mustard. Drop. We're going down. Give it to me, boy.
I've never felt this kind of turbulence before. This is weird.
that's crazy though. I've never heard of that.
Never felt like this before. Cheeseburger on the floor. Cheeseburger in paradise.
Paradise.
And then Bono's over there. I love everyone. Well, even the guy that's shooting that, he needs to love everyone. Wow. That's crazy. I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
I hadn't neither.
Oh my God.
I should have saved that one because that was pretty good. Okay, January 28th. I'll go back in a minute, but January 28th, "We Are the World" is recorded.
Whoa.
January
That
28th. I'm
was
sorry, of
horrible.
1985.
That was really horrible.
No,
What
the second one was horrible.
Yeah.
The first one was all right.
Where what's his name was back there just dormant. Just what was his name?
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Just he didn't know what to do. The guy can't sing for one.
Well, Waylon Jennings was in that.
He left. He left
He was
when
That's not for me.
Well, no, he was there, but Stevie Wonder got decided when they had all the artists there because they recorded everything in one room. You know,
Yeah.
Netflix has a documentary about this. I just watched it just the other day. It's actually pretty good. Because there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. But yep, there's a Stevie Wonder decided he wanted to do one of the courses in Swahili.
Right.
You
That's
know?
what I forgot about that. You're right.
And so they
That's when Waylon was like, nah.
get the
Swahili?
Swahili language. Yeah, and whoever was standing beside Waylon Jennings said that Waylon said when they were trying to work out the course in Swahili, he was like, "Ain't no country boy can sing in Swahili. I guess I'm out." And said he just left. Didn't tell anybody. Lionel Richie said he saw Waylon Jennings literally.
Yeah,
Well, I guess Waylon's out. He's gone.
there's video where you see him just kind of making his way
Yeah,
down the
he's leaving.
steps through the people.
Well, boys,
Yeah.
it's been real.
Yeah,
But-
so
but
Cindy,
again,
Cindy Lauper's right there going, "Where's he going?"
But then when after they spend an hour trying to figure out Swahili, the course in Swahili, Bob Geldof comes in and is like,
Yeah.
"But they don't speak Swahili in Africa." So I don't know what Stevie Wonder was
And,
trying to do.
and we just lost Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, just lost Waylon Jennings. But that documentary is pretty cool how it
Yeah,
goes through everything.
I've seen clips from
It's
that.
it's something else. So it's yeah.
Chris, you got everybody on here talking about your haircut,
We've done talked about this.
but nobody watched that show.
We done talked about this.
You need to put your iPad on the other side so people can see the front of your head instead of the back. Everybody's talking about it. I don't even know. These people are going crazy about it. Like the whole thing. Like we're going to go viral because of all these hair conversations. Next time I'll take my hat off and I'll change the subject.
Yeah, that's if you check out that last episode, I'll tell you all about it. I refuse to talk about my messed up hair again.
Your Lord Farquaad.
My shit looks like free range chickens just running around all of the back of my neck.
Okay, language though.
Damn, now I'm self-conscious.
That's
I'm
okay.
still wearing a bandana doing
That's
the
all right.
shows now.
During this whole conversation that Scott and I were having, did you find something else out? Because I'm ready to go on to the next one.
Yeah, I got something for you.
What you got?
I got something for you. Let's see. January 1st, the copyright on songs recorded in 1954 and earlier expired in most of Europe, including Bill Haley's Rock Around the Clock and
Bill Haley in the Comets?
yeah, and Only You by the Platters. That's crazy. The
Well,
copyright
that was
on
exciting.
songs.
I love Chris learns something new on every show. It'll be something that we tell him or something that he looks up during the show. I love it. All right, let's move on to January 27th. This is 1984. You're going to love this one, Chris. Speaking of hair, Michael Jackson suffers second and third degree burns. We shouldn't laugh about that. It's not funny.
The hell?
Michael Jackson suffers second and third degree burns to his head and neck after his hair catches fire from sparks from a pyrotechnic effect during the filming of a Pepsi commercial.
He said, "Oh!" I tickled myself. Oh God! Can you imagine being on a set and the damn king's hair catches on fire. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna help him, or are you just, you're not supposed to touch his head? You know, are you gonna help him out?
Imagine they put it out.
I'd hit him with the biggest fire extinguisher that I had, like full black.
Well, I think they did, right? Didn't a whole bunch of people jump in and hit him with a bunch of
I really hope so.
fire extinguishers?
I really hope so.
Oh, let's jump in. Okay, so the next one I've got here, this is January 24th. I don't know the year, and if I did know the year, they probably wouldn't be happy about it. But January 24th was Michelle Lynn Langston's birthday.
Was it?
Yeah, I just found out right now. She told us.
Damn, she's old.
Well, she didn't say what year, so I think it was,
I'm gonna say she's old.
Michelle, was it 1968?
Was it the year after you got your hip replacement or before?
Oh, and apparently also this month, January the 23rd, is Kathy's birthday.
Happy birthday. Early birthday.
Early birthday. Yeah, this is probably our last show. We probably won't be able to do this anymore. So this is our first show of the year and our last. So Michelle said, I can't stand y'all, but we appreciate you watching.
That's right. How about 1936, January 1st, Billboard magazine issues its first record sale chart with Stop, Look, and Listen by jazz vocalist
And what year?
John Bertilli.
You say 36?
Yeah.
Billboard's been around that long?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
I knew that.
I thought it'd been in the late 40s.
You didn't know.
I did that. I did so. How did I know that then?
Because you just looked it up on your iPad. Tens of people were watching you just now.
So when did Billboard come out?
Really, that's a good question.
He
How about this?
so bad.
Here
How
we
about
go.
this?
He's got something else.
1940, January 1st, NBC begins regular FM transmission from New York's Empire State Building on W2XDG. In October of the same year, the FCC granted 15 stations the first construction permits for commercial FM operations.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Edwin Armstrong, the inventor of FM radio, that's frequency modulation. Bet you didn't know that. First demonstrated the technology to executives and engineers of RCA in 1933.
How about that?
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's something.
Basically, the beginning of mass radio transmission.
That's incredible.
Except if you were Papio Dan back in 1920s, you just send in the yonder can and skedaddle. They pay you $10.
Real quick before we go, we gotta get some. I'm gonna get some other ones in here real quick. I got a couple. I gotta talk. So we talked about Ed Sullivan making the Rolling Stones change their lyrics in 1950s.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
In 1957, Elvis Presley was on his third and final appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, and that's the one where they went viral or famous because that was the one they only showed him from the hips up. That was in did I say the date? January 6th.
Gyration.
Yeah.
Gyration of the
6th.
hips.
Are you watching the show while we're doing it?
No.
On your phone?
I would never do that.
Is he really?
No, I wasn't.
he is.
I want to see our real views.
We can go back and see. We're gonna go back and see all the likes. They're all him.
I was like, he's sitting there watching. He's trying to watch the show while we doing it.
All right.
Go ahead with your rundown.
All right. Well, I've only got one more. I've got several because we can talk about birthdays like
Okay, well,
January
Chris
9th.
Chris has some more, so go ahead, Chris. Enlighten us.
I will enlighten the hell out of you. I will implore you with information.
Go ahead.
Start
Just one more.
start with telling us the definition of that word you just said. Impor.
None of your business. How about that? You study and I become smart as me. And
I do the job. I do the work before we get on here. I don't have to. I'm looking at my notes. I'm not.
1956, January 1st. On the first day of the new year, RCA released Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. In 1999, the single would be certified multi-platinum for the second time.
Trey already said that. Multi-platinum.
Did you?
Anyway.
We passed January 1st, like you're like all three, I think, of your three, at least three of the things that you talked about
And
were
we're
from
back.
January
That
1st.
was a glitch. We're back. We had a...
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
All right, the last thing that I want to talk about, because like I said, we could talk about the birthdays, because there's lots. Elvis Presley's birthday is in January. You've got, who else? There's Janis Joplin. Anyway, the January 30th, and this is my favorite of the month of January. January 30th, 1969, the Beatles performed together for the last time on the roof of Apple Records headquarters in London. That's a big one to me because for the last month, I've like binge watched these 3-part episode of the Let It Be recording. So I've been watching it over and over and over. It's like
So that was their last recording?
Yeah.
And that was in what year?
19, what did I say? I already said it. You don't remember what I said?
I don't.
1969. 69.
Okay, so
Yeah. They had Billy Preston playing the keyboard, which Billy Preston was there just to be, he saw that they were there and he came and like hung out with them and they were trying to figure out this guitar part, and he sat in and hanging out with them and ended up playing this part that they fell in love with. And then John Lennon said, "You're in the band." So he was actually called the fifth Beatle for a while.
I thought that was
The
Eddie Murphy.
fifth Beatle.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
No.
you had never seen the skit where he claimed to be the fifth member of the Beatles on Saturday Night Live when he was on it.
No.
I've got
Oh
to see
man,
that.
it's hilarious. He's got some recorder. He plays the saxophone. He's got some recorder that he plays that he's got saxophone in it. Like "Love Me Do" was called "Love Me Do Man." But anyway,
All right,
so,
we got to get going.
all right. Real quick though, where
for
was
it.
when did John Lennon die? What you remember what year that was?
Oh, what, 81?
Was it 81?
80? I'd have to look it up to be sure. 'Cause I'm a fan, but I don't remember exactly the date.
I think it was something like 80 or 81. I was just curious because I don't know how long they were broken up from when he died. Because I thought I remember like there was talks of maybe reunion or something.
Well, there were,
which of course never happened.
yeah, well, there were always talks of a reunion, but
Well,
in 1980, I think it was 80.
do
I
you
think
you guys musically have any fond memories of like in January of any time, just for giggles? Or do you-
As musicians, I forget a lot of shows.
I'm with Troy.
so
And I couldn't tell. I mean, we played so much. I've been on stage since 1990. I don't remember. Yeah, it was January.
Yeah,
Might have been January the 18th. I
Everything
think.
runs together. So
well, I know from our Sierra's post the other day, we was at Apple Annie's
Was she getting ready to do that show? Freaked
in the
you out,
snow.
didn't it?
Oh my God! I pulled my. I was. Wait a minute. Going through my text and because it looked so real, the post looked so real, and I was like,
well, she posted it because John.
I know, but it didn't click right then because I just seen Trace. Hey, we're blah blah blah, and I was like, oh my God, what?
That's the thing about Facebook. You can comment on something from 10 years ago, and all of a sudden Facebook acts like all your friends want to see it. So you might get like 7 likes back then. You commented on it 10 years later, and now everybody wants to see it and comment on
Well,
it.
what's funny is I was like, what did I charge them? I don't remember talking to him. Was I drunk? Oh God,
Were you?
we'll do it for free.
My guess would be yes.
Oh,
I'm going to run it.
first show of the year in the books. We appreciate everybody who comes on here every bi-weekly and, join us, have fun with us. This is all for fun. We just do it fun. And don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, Shoot the Breeze. He's killing me. He just wants to do that over and over again. He knows he gets done. But go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, like it. Feel free to go on Facebook and share our stuff. We got merchandise, hats, coins, koozies, But we really, really do appreciate you for coming on here and spend some time with us. We love you so much. So until next time, this is He does it. Till next time, this is Guillotines and Guitars. We're out. Which way?